Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gav, where I talk about personal finance and investing. Before we begin, just a full disclaimer, I create these videos for recreational and informational purposes only, so invest at your own risk. I'd recommend, if you need investment advice, that you seek a professional for your requirements. Again, invest at your own risk. Whatever I talk about here are my own opinions, and I may or may not hold a position in the stock that I talk about. So let's begin. So in today's video, I want to go straight to the point. We're going to talk about Palantir, ticker symbol or tickle symbol PLTR. All right, so let's go to my app right here. Big dates that we need to worry about. So upcoming, we have the earnings report on the 16th. And equally important, we have the lockup expiration. So the 16th is when the earnings, they're going to release the earnings on Tuesday. Again, Monday, the market is closed. Tuesday is when the earnings are released. And also 3 days after that, on the 19th, that's when the Palantir lockup expiration ends. I actually took my time to do a quick technical analysis here on my chart. I'm using the 1 day timeline here. If you are new to Webull, I use Webull for charts only. Yeah, so if you go to Webull, there's the time interval. I'm using the 1 day just because it gives me a wider picture of what's going on with the chart. So next week, be very careful. If you are playing options with Palantir, be very careful. For me, I have shares. I'm long on Palantir. I'm bullish, but I've been watching the market after earnings of big companies such as Apple and Microsoft. They either could go up or down. So be very careful if you are trading this or doing options trading. Be very mindful of what could happen. Be very careful what could happen, because you're gonna lose your money, and I'd rather have you sit in the sidelines and watch what's gonna happen on Tuesday and Friday. And yeah, just be very careful. Just a word of advice, be very careful. If you need advice, don't take it from me. These are all speculative. If you're gonna make a decision on your own. So yeah, let's go into the charts. So I marked my resistance and support levels here. The first thing that we're looking at on the upside, so on Tuesday, usually there's a pre-earnings run-up. So the first resistance that we're looking at is the 38 level. So right now we're now trading at 32.19 after hours. So the first resistance, if there's going to be a run-up pre-earnings, it's going to be 38 level. That's the 38 level. So then the second resistance is going to be 39, and the third resistance is 42. And we could go at the very high of the highs, which is 45. That's the highest Palantir went up on, see here, when was that? Wednesday, the 27th of January. We could break that level, the high of 42, but in order to a high of 45, but in order to do that, we need to go to 42 first again. So resistance number 1, 38, resistance number 2 is 39, and resistance number 3 is 42. The icing on the top is 45. Okay, let's say something happens and Palantir dumps and it goes sideways, I mean goes on a spiral, and it stalls and goes on a spiral. So support level 1 that we need to worry about is 31.58. It's gonna be right there. And so if we break that on the downside again, we need to watch the support level at, see, I marked it at 29.15. And the third support level, if we break support level 1 and 2, is 23.88. I don't see Palantir going that low, but if we do, that's the best time to buy. If you have cash laying around, this is the best time to buy Palantir, because I believe in this company, and I missed out on the software companies, data analytics, integration software companies back in the past. So this is my chance to capitalize on the growth potential of a stock that I truly believe in and have high positive conviction, and this is Palantir. To me, in 3 to 5 years, I see this at $200 per share. We just need time, and I'm long on Palantir. I don't have analysis yet. That's just my wild guess. That's a wild ass guess. Into 3 to 5 years, Palantir, I hope that it trades around $200 per share, just because I compare and contrast the companies that is relative or similar to Palantir, and they're trading around $164 to even $235 per share. So Palantir is in the middle. I'm long and bullish on Palantir. I love what they do, and I love what their products can do. And I'm apolitical, so just by looking at the stock and the capability of the company and the tools that you can do, or the things that you can do with the tools that they provide, this is beneficial to whoever is going to use it. So yeah, again, in summary, be very careful when playing Palantir during this earnings season. There's going to be pre-earnings run-up, which is resistance 1, 38, resistance number 2 is 39, resistance number 3 is 42, sitting on the top is 45. If you go on the downside, be very mindful of the support level at 31.58, support level 2 at 29.15, and the bearish support level at 23.88. And if it hits support S2 and S3, that's the best time to buy. And usually I anticipate a downside on the support level 1 or 2 if there's the shareholders who are willing to sell their shares on the 19th. That's when I anticipate the best entry, because some of them could sell or some of them could not, which gonna drive the stock price up, because again, they're bullish on if they're gonna hold, that means they're bullish. If they're gonna sell, that means speculatively they just need to unload some shares and they just want to take profit, and that's gonna bring the price down. But if it goes to support level 2 and 3, which is 29.15 and 23.88 respectively, those are the best entries. So catalysts, if you're following Palantir in the past, private and government contracts, and recently they have made a partnership with IBM, I think, and AT&T, and also there could be a surprise when it comes to earnings, revenue, and profits. On the downside, however, there could be a lackluster earnings, revenue, and profits. We don't know, right? And usually, the trend of the stock usually goes down in price after earnings, which is after hours on Tuesday. So this is a second opportunity or first opportunity to buy or buy back in if you want to go buy, but the best time to buy back in is the next week after the 19th, which is, let's see here, the 22nd. So if the share price dumps on the 19th, Monday, the following Monday would be the best time to buy Palantir. But again, in between the 16th and the 19th, those are the volatility is going to increase. So be very mindful if you are going to play this. If you're long, best entry is to buy back in. Best method is to buy back in if you want to add more shares into your portfolio. If you are short-term trader or options trader, just be very mindful. Earnings run up, there's going to be a dump after earnings. So those are the just the factors that we need to watch out for next week when it comes to Palantir. So again, I did my due diligence on this one. I've been following Palantir since it IPO'd, and I have shares in Palantir, so bias but I try not to be biased because, again, it's all speculative when it comes to the short term, right? The price could go up and down due to stock volatility, so the market will do whatever it needs to do at that point. So just be very mindful if you have cash. Again, like I talked about, just add buyback in next week or the following Monday after the 19th, or if you want to play this again short term, those support levels and resistance levels are the entry points if you're playing this next week. Again, not a professional, right? So if you have any questions, comments, concerns when it comes to Palantir, I hold Palantir in my portfolio, so if you have any questions, comment down below. If you are adding more shares in next 1.5 week, let me know as well. What I'm gonna do is I will add more, and I'll DCA, which is a dollar cost average every month, just because that's my strategy. And yeah, I own Palantir and I'm very bullish, and when it comes to the stock, and for long, I'm long on Palantir, but for short term, again, due to market volatility and anything unknowns, it could go up or down. So it's all is speculative in my opinion. Have a great weekend, and tomorrow is Valentine's Day. If you are married or have a significant other, I'm sorry, RIP bro. I'm just kidding. All right, so congratulations if you have a significant other or married. Yeah, so I'll see you guys whenever I feel like posting, but since next week is earnings when it comes to Palantir, and I hold the stock, if you're watching this and if you're holding Palantir, whatever it is talked about, just just keep it in your pocket and go back to it and go from there. So yeah, if you're making any decisions, this is not it. Go talk to your CFA or CPA for those. Yeah, that's it guys. I'm gonna go start a cold one here, and I hope this video help. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.